Well, feel like talking yet? And you got a death wish or something? Sticking around after I told you to get out of here. Get lost while I let you go. You want to fight or something? It's not that simple, is it? I may look like I'm the bronze of an operation, but don't think I don't have brains. You're trying to pull a fast one here. Think you'll get out of this? Bold statement. You're coming with me. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have some explaining to do. Now, how many times have I told you not to fucking follow me? Don't you get it? What I'm doing is dangerous. Think they would show you that much mercy? Idiot. For all you're talking about, you don't understand a damn thing. You talk as if you know something, but what's that have to do with now? You're full of shit, you know that? Talking like you own the world, but then looking as scared as a deer in the headlights. Make up your mind and explain to me why you followed. You're pretty cute when you're scared. But if you know one thing about me, it's that weakness kind of pisses me off. So I'm conflicted, 'cause you seem weak as hell right now. What, gonna punch me? Go ahead and try. If you've got the guts to do that, maybe at least I'd have some respect for you. But as it stands, you're just barking up the wrong tree. That love letter, I threw it away the moment you gave it to me. You want to know why? You don't get to know. That's the answer. But putting all that aside, giving you no answer wouldn't be cool at all. So come here. You want your shot? I'll give it to you. But it's not gonna be easy, you know. I don't need any distractions. That includes this whole romance thing. You're so obsessed with it. You do have some redeeming qualities, even I have to give you that. But you think it's that easy? That everything will go just as you've thought it would? Come on, don't be so naive. You know the world ain't that nice. What's more, ain't you got something more to live for? You don't strike me as the type with a death wish, so getting involved with me, doesn't it seem like a bad idea? Hey, that's just me looking out for you. We barely know each other, so why don't we change that? What do you want to know? That's what you ask. I give you a chance to ask me anything, and that's it. Favorite food, right? Guess it's changed lately, but cold soba noodles. Nothing really on them. Maybe a little broth. Odd, too bad. That's what you're getting. Maybe I'm lying to you. Or maybe I told the cold damn truth. Just like the noodles. Huh? Speak up. I can barely hear you. Don't look scared now. I mean, come on. Did you see what I did to them? It'd be just as easy for me to take you out. Actually, 1,000,000 times easier. But that's just it. You don't think I'm a scumbag who would hate you, huh? Someone who doesn't want to fight. That's where you're right, but you're wrong. It's incredible how you've come to some narrative that doesn't even exist. That's okay. You can believe whatever you want about me. Doesn't change what's going to happen. I told you I gave you a shot, right? And you failed. Now go home. What, disappointed? I can see that. And? You just gonna pout about it? Maybe you are a little different. I'll give you that. But it's not different enough yet. Not quite, anyways. So, if I'm going to suffer your following me, you might as well make a scene. Steal something for me. Over there. Yeah. You think I'm righteous or something? Steal me a snack from that store and don't get caught. Maybe then I'll give you a second chance. Hey. Wait a second. You walked in like you were gonna do it, idiot. And just let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do. The laws don't work that way. And petty theft, considering the petty before it, can ruin your whole reputation right then and there. It sounds stupid coming from me. Someone who gets in fights every day, who people fear, left and right, all over this fucking city. But right now, I'm lecturing you and setting you up. Isn't it ironic? Both the devil and angel on your shoulder. Which one are you gonna believe? That I actually want you to go in? That I think you're a pushover who just obeys any command I give you? Which is it? Now I can tell you this before you've even said anything. Not so fast. If you're going to waste the effort to put words to the air, you might as well not waste my time. Quit being a pushover. What do you think I want you to do? Good answer. Have some backbone. Push back. I can respect that. This ain't a fight. But if it were, well, it's clear that I would whoop your ass. Looking a little defiant now. Not that I mind that, in fact, I think it's attractive. What makes you think you have a chance in the first place? After I said I'm not really looking, for this romantic kind of thing you seem to have in your head. I get it. I'm attractive to you, honey. But that's a little different than being in a relationship. I can be attracted to you. I can even say you're hot as hell right now. But even if I say that, it doesn't automatically set us up, does it? Look at me. Don't bother looking away. I'm being serious here. You don't know what you're getting into. And this is as much for you as it is for me. I don't... Not taking you serious. Really now. That's what we've gotten from this conversation. That I'm not taking you seriously. That's pretty funny. 'Cause I thought I was taking you plenty serious. After taking out those guys and then letting you off the hook even though you interrupted my fight. Damn, here I was thinking I was doing you a lot of favors. Doesn't look like it. Do you not know how to be grateful, or maybe you're just that cocky, huh? You're full of shit, you know that? You know how to make me laugh. Guess that's a plus in your favor, but don't get your hopes up. I'd feel terrible breaking you down when I've already gotten this far. Look, if I was looking, I might consider you. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Okay, I'm listening. Enlighten me then. Why exactly is that? Got me all figured out, have you? Then why don't you say it? Say it as plain as day. You think I'm lying to your face? You know, you've got a lot more guts than I thought you had. I just don't think you're using them that well if you want to keep them, you know, all to yourself, not smeared over the pavement. Kidding. I wouldn't go so far over this. In fact, I think you've got a good heart and a pretty good head on your shoulders. But I'm saying, don't get involved with dangerous men if you want to keep that head on your shoulders and that great big heart caring about people. Now scurry along and go for someone who isn't going to ruin your life. Look, do I have to spell it out for you? I'm not a good man. You're a good person. I don't want to ruin your life. I'm sick of that. Don't really have time to make sure I don't ruin yours. My life is going down this path because it's the only path that I know. It's the only path that suits me. And if things change, maybe that won't always be the case, but I see it in your eyes. You want me to leave it behind before it steals everything away from me. And I get that. But if I did, I'd never be able to look myself in the mirror and say I beat that fear. That deep fucking fear that I've always had of amounting to nothing. Of running away with my tail between my legs. Do you think it's that easy? No fucking course it's not. If anything, it only gets harder the more logical I get. The smarter I get, the less easy it is to throw my life away. But that's just it. I'm not completely doing that. I know you probably see that, and that's what attracts you. I'm chasing after something, like a wild beast on the hunt for its next meal. Only my meals... I've already said too much. Look, I respect your attempts, but at least have a little decency for yourself, and you know as well as I do, you can't save me. And there's plenty of better men out there. I get you wanting to do something about it. You've always been around me. Went to the same schools growing up. And here we are. Lost. Always finding each other somehow. I get it. I almost wish you had said something sooner. Maybe then No. It's totally uncool to look at the past and dwell on it. That's not me. And that's not what I want you to become either. I get it. You want to look on the past and not regret these feelings you have. And while I want to return them, it's difficult. Can't you see it? If you follow down my path, I'll drag you down with me. It only takes one day for everything to end. And I know We're still young. But that's no excuse for me to be irresponsible about it. You may think that's a strange take for someone who's willingly going down this path, but I can't let Mikey do it on his own. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? We're not attached at the hip, but I gotta see this through. His dream, my dream, they overlapped, and somewhere along the line, they all blended into something messy. Like a modern art painting. I don't know where it ends or begins, but I know I want to see it through until it's on that stupid wall of a museum. Well, figuratively speaking. It's a goal, not one that I think I'm going to ever quite understand myself. But you seem to understand me. Hey. Wipe those tears away. What did you just say? What? How? Now I don't know if you've lost your mind or made a deal with the devil. And frankly, I don't really care which one it is. But saying something like that, you're out of your mind. Or you're brilliant. Well, if this is your little intervention, it ends here. I'm not going to stop. You can't stop me, and no one else can. You're acting like dreams or something. Never mind. Look, I understand you think you're doing something for me. I also understand that you seem to care about me quite a great deal. But just how am I supposed to take this? It's impossible. And yet here you are, spouting that bullshit like it's nothing. You don't normally tell someone this kind of thing. Humans don't usually get to know that kind of grim piece of shit information. Yeah. Grateful is a strong word, but it kinda helps in putting it in perspective. I see why you're so obsessive. Why all of this even happened. And yet still, what do you expect me to do? Just abandon everything, run away? Is that what you're asking me to do? Well, I can tell you, life without any kind of honor, any kind of code that you live by, anything to hold you above a rat skittering on the ground, that's not how I'm gonna live. So that's offering yourself. For what? What's the idea behind it? You really wanted to save me with some kind of savior complex. You could have done that from afar. Why approach me with this? So there is some love mixed in there. You're not completely lost, huh? I guess I am. By what you've written me off to be in the future. By what you're telling me right now. Revealing all these big secrets you can't even know. What makes you think I would believe it? You're some kind of time traveler or something. Don't you know you're not supposed to tell people when you're one of those? Fucks with time, butterfly effect, isn't it? So what makes me so special? Doesn't work like that. How convenient. Then, what happens if I ignore your information? And I change things myself? You don't think I would, knowing this information? You're hilarious. For all the wrong reasons. But more than that, you've got a cheeky approach. I'll give you points for bravery, but you lose some because you don't have any tact at all with telling someone this information. I'm not even going to repeat it to the air. It's that cursed. Either way, what's said and done can't be taken back. So, what now? You have a big plan that I just ruined because I won't run away. But you don't look like a coward yourself, or you wouldn't be talking to me right now. So what is it? Why do you care so much? What's it to you? And why should I listen to a word you say? I don't know. Just because you proved a little party trick, predicting something so easy, doesn't mean I'm gonna believe you on all those deep, dark things you said. You think that's enough? Fine. You shot your shot, so... yeah. You're in for now. You really think you being here is gonna make the difference? You're the butterfly in this paradox. Then bat your wings, little butterfly. Hey, that's not a half-bad name for you. Guess that's what I'll call you for now. Yeah, I heard your name already. Don't care. I'm gonna call you what I want. You know what you were getting involved with. And you know what kind of man I am. And clearly, you have all the information to work with. So, don't be upset when I work with what I've got. You may be full of shit, but you're full of something else, too. A lot of heart in there, huh? Though I'm not sure if I'm impressed quite yet. Or if I'm disappointed. How you're using it, the lack of tact, the unbelievable self-righteousness. Where does it end? Where do you begin? What comes next? You can try. You can struggle. You might even fail. And then what? Won't the future you saw coming a mile away just haunt you that much more? Or what? Gonna get a third chance? I don't fucking think it works that way. No way fate is that convenient. Right? Or are you telling me right now you're just warming up? You might be crazier than he is. Not saying something for a butterfly to act like a bee. You clearly misheard the line. It's float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You idiot. That aside, you're pretty fun to have around. And you're tough enough. Got some other redeeming qualities I should know about? Or is that all you're good for? Making predictions and talking bullshit? Didn't think so. Then spit it out. Tell me everything. Everything I need to know. Or Of fucking course. You're gonna keep the secrets, huh? So I need you around. Classic manipulation. If that's how you want it, then I guess I'll play the same game. If you want so bad to get to know me, yet know so much about me, ain't it unfair? That's why we should level the playing field. Why don't you tell me something about yourself? A deep, dark secret you're hiding? Not bad. I guess you're not cooped up in a tower. You're far from the most sheltered of them I met. Even at first glance, I thought I was saving you. Maybe it's more like you're gonna drag me down. Is it the pits of hell we're going, or maybe you're dragging me to heaven? I kind of like the mystery of it. Even if I don't like questions, yours aren't half bad. Hey, butterfly, you gonna flap those wings for me? If I get a little closer, you're gonna do something. If I were to make us even closer, if I were to be, well, what you seem to perceive me as, a nice guy with a tough personality, a tragic story that could have been so much more. If that's what I am, what if I took advantage of that? Would you still find me that way? I wouldn't. How bold of you to say. Now you're in my head, huh? I wouldn't this. I would that. You think you have me all figured out. I guess I can appreciate it. That confidence is what you need, but you really think it's gonna carry you all the way into my arms? You really think you'll be able to drag my cast-aside soul back from the damned? Well, I'll be damned because you might be the last one to try. I swear everyone else except for Mikey's given up on me, having any kind of a future. You, on the other hand, have some qualities. You two would get along and now you piss me off. But also, your redeeming qualities ain't shit. That's not why I'm talking to you. Not because I think you're my ticket to a better future. I'm not so shallow as to bend to fate like that. I don't have time for that. And you don't either. The reason why I'm talking to you is curiosity at its finest. And there might be something to you that feels familiar. Don't let it go to your head, butterfly. One wrong move and those wings are mine. Damn. Not a bad punch. Yeah, I know that's cruel. I've never done it. Have you? Figure of speech, honey. You're getting way too in your head about this. You think I would literally harm it? Hell no. Might sound like a not so big deal to a tough, hardened gangster. But ripping the wings off of something innocent, that's more sick in the head than people realize. And that's why, despite what I may or may not want to do right now, I'm gonna give you a chance. You can flutter around my life and see what happens. The only caveat is 3 times. You got 3 strikes, and I have 3 requests. The 3 strikes work as you might think. You get 3 chances not to break the rules of what I've said. Simple ones, mostly cohering to how it works in the gang. However, there will be one special rule. You don't bother with the others. They're not worth your time anyways. Because they're my crew. And right now, you're still a stranger. At least until I've gotten used to you. As for the 3 requests, I'm going to make 3 requests of you. That I could do almost anything, right? Since I'm trusting you, you best be able to trust me, right? You can see that much. I'm certain of it. Maybe it's take and take. Maybe I'm greedy. Shouldn't you know more about that than I do? In fact, you've seen future me, so you've got the unfair advantage. I'm just making it easier for you to gain that trust you so desperately want. Now, putting trust aside, can't believe I'm saying this, but probably best for your cover and for people not to be suspicious that I just start calling you my... Well, it's surprisingly embarrassing to say it. But I guess we're dating now, huh? Don't let it go to your head. Because the beginning is just that. It can have an end approaching way before its time, as you seem to be insinuating. But I don't think you'll have a chance to get away. Your eyes tell a lot, and you can't wear a mask very well. So I think, if you ask me, you're like putty in my hands, butterfly. You're lost to the feeling that you haven't even had yet. And yet the future me seems to have known you quite well. Past, future, what does it matter now? Nothing like the present. You get it, don't you? Hey, don't look that way. I promised, didn't I? I'm not just gonna throw you away. And besides, clearly we've got some compatibility. If we've made it this far twice, a do-over, so to speak. And who doesn't like second chances? Whatever mistake I made must be pretty bad. But you'll stop that, won't you? You're like a guardian angel, huh? Gonna save my soul? Or maybe you're something more, like a demon trying to drag me down. I still haven't made my mind up. And you haven't told me enough to believe it. Which are you? Which do you want to be? Tell me. Tell me everything. I'll have you know that was my first kiss. Was it good or terrible? I'm guessing the latter, but your face says otherwise. Makes me want to try again. After all, what's one without the other? I think that one had more contact. I could feel more like how your lips quivered, how your breath, you were holding it. You know, being a seasoned fighter does have its benefits. I've learned more than my fair share of understanding of, well, the body as it may be. And for what it's worth, you've got to find one of those. As I've said earlier, but now that I've kissed you, seems like something changed in my perception. Maybe I gotta get my eyes checked, 'cause you're twice as hot as I thought you were. And where do we go from here? Where do you think? Should I take you to my place then? I suppose rushing things isn't really my style. What's more, I don't exactly know what's on your mind right now. With that blank expression. Not like I'm an expert at reading faces or something useless like that. If anything, I've got a lot to learn about you. You may have the head start, baby, but I'm not letting you go for a long, long time. See if you can save my soul, or let me burn along the way. Which is it gonna be? Which will it be written on these vulnerable lips? On this most delectable reaction, my butterfly, which will drive you to madness first. Or maybe I'll surprise you. All the information in the world can't make up for passion, can it? And trust me, I've got more than enough pent-up panic for you, butterfly.